No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. So put down the blowtorch and pick up the phone.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
And why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Oh, that? Black Friday sale.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
Happy holidays from LifeSouth Community Blood Centers. This is Galen Unold wishing you and yours a very Merry Christmas. Have a safe holiday, and please give blood.
Thank you, Galen. How about that? He's not even here, but there he is on the phone. I mean, on the recording. And he's on the phone, too. Good morning, Galen Unold from LifeSouth. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all? I'm there in spirit, Larry. I'm there in spirit and voice.
Tonight is the longest night of the year, the winter solstice.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about that, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of depressing, isn't it?
No, it means that summertime starts tomorrow.
How many movies was a long night, you know? Yeah.
Right. It was a long night. But tomorrow is the beginning of everything turning around. So the next day is a little bit longer, then it gets warmer and warmer, and then, you know. It's like. I
guess it'll be easier to go to sleep. Can I go to bed earlier?
You can go to bed anytime you want.
Depending on the friskiness of your partner, you see.
Do you know?
7:15. If we were both asleep at 7:15 and didn't wake up till like 7 the next morning, that'd be all right.
By the way, I got some good news for you. Robin and I have track phones, and I know you've been wanting us to get smartphones, so we got smart track phones. I got my first smartphone ever, and so if you see me texting you or something saying, ooh, be a part of my new thing, then that's what it is.
Text now?
I can text, yes.
You could have probably text before, couldn't you?
I could text before, yeah, but I couldn't do email. Well, the girl said I could, but I tried it, and it was so cumbersome. But this is really...
So you have apps? You have apps?
I have apps now. I got that thing you call Waze. I have no idea what it looks... I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks like cartoons on the highway.
It's an Android.
Yeah. But anyway, I started thinking about technology because the girl who I was asking questions of was clearly 40 years younger than me. So...
Oh, nice, Larry.
But I wonder when the wheel was first invented. When the wheel was first, were the older people reluctant? Like, were they saying, "Oh, look at these kids with this newfangled thing, rolling stuff around. Why can't they just drag it?"
Yeah, right.
Do you think?
I don't know, that wheel. I mean, think about what the wheel did, but not everybody. There's a lot of old people who embrace technology. I just think it depends on the technology and if you're familiar with it. So I'm sure there's technology in the music industry that you've embraced. I mean, I know you use music software.
I do, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
that's in your field, and so you embrace it.
But in general, when the wheel was invented, were the old people saying, "Hey," like to the young people, could you show me how to use this? I think it's a great idea.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. How do you use this thing?
I'm sure the first wheel was just one wheel and it wasn't two, and so it was more like probably a wheelbarrow thing.
You set it up on its end.
Yeah, right.
Say, you have to set it up.
You don't flip it over.
It doesn't lay flat on the ground. No one. That's what I'm doing wrong.
Probably happened.
Absolutely.
So I have adults recalling their childhood punishments for being naughty.
Say that again? Adultery?
No. Adults.
Adultery.
Adults.
Recalling their childhood.
Where are we going with this?
No. Adults who are remembering when they were children and they were naughty, the kind of punishments that they had to endure. It's kind of a fun topic, but I got a couple other things I want to ask you about.
How many things on this list I had to go through.
I know. I was looking at it too. But anyway, so that's a fun topic. But I thought also, did you see this Steve Harvey story about the Miss Universe?
Yeah. Oh
man.
It's not good on any level. I think actually Steve Harvey's pretty funny. But I've done a lot of public speaking, and you probably read it right as mine did it wrong. I mean, I've done things like that.
Exactly.
I've called people their wrong name.
Yes.
I introduced this one. I had met them beforehand, and that made it worse. And it was a lady, and I said, and this gentleman, and I was like, I felt so bad.
Oh, no.
And I didn't even know I said it until I sat down, and the guy next to me called her a gentleman.
Oh, no.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so I feel bad for him. Live TV.
You know what I've done here in the studio? We've had people come in, and I'll say, "Oh, nice to meet you." And go, we've met before. And I'll go, "Oh, yeah." And then they'll sit down. There'll be 5 people in the room, all sitting at a microphone, and Robin has each of their names on a piece of paper. And I'll say to one of them, like, let's say I'll use your name. Galen, tell me. So, and I'm looking at the wrong person, and then Galen will say, "I'm Galen. I'm sorry." I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought you were Galen.
But what at that point is you just look down. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Again, I feel bad for him. I mean, he got it right in the end, but it won't matter. I mean, I don't think he'll be the host of the universe.
He might. I mean, think about it. It was so honest, and he was so.
Did you watch it? I didn't. I don't.
Oh no, not when it was live. I watched the video after the story came out. Yeah.
I mean, they're both beautiful women. I don't know. You're talking about nitpicking,
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to, my wife would probably like, "What are you watching?"
Steve Harvey.
That, the kids go, "Hey, Dad, what are you watching?"
No, you don't have to watch the whole thing. You just watch that little piece at the end after the day after the fact.
Yeah, but those women, they prepare for it since they're tiny little girls. They dream about that. They go. Yeah, exactly. It is their career. They have perfect teeth, perfect hair, perfect skin, perfect bodies. They're perfect personalities. They're goddesses, and they wait for that moment.
They may
it's
not
their
have
choice. Well, that's true. Sometimes they're the B word.
Who cares? You're not supposed to talk to them. Ergo the interview. I mean, really, they're showpieces.
So here's another topic. My main topic really is the childhood punishments, but there was another thought I had to share with you. Okay. A lot of people say there's an art and a science too, and then you fill in the blank. Mm-hmm. And it occurred to me that there's an art and a science to traveling. This is the traveling weekend.
Yes, it is.
And I was looking at these apps on this new phone, and I was thinking, wow, there's a science to traveling. but there's an art to it too. And I think the difference for me would be, like, the science would be, okay, here's what we're taking, here's the road we're taking, this is how long it's going to take to get there, et cetera, et cetera. But the art is when you're driving down the road and you see the sign that says, gigantic beef burger on sale for 99 cents.
Yes.
I'm changing the science. I'm going to make it more of an art. I don't know. We're in a traveling time of. I'm not going anywhere, but a lot of people are. So.
All right.
Well, you never know.
You never know. That's true.
You never know.
All right, again, where's the how's? I know that went nowhere. Don't worry, I got childhood punishments.
I still have no idea what you were just talking about. I was trying to picture it, the art and science, and you completely lost it. I'm not going to.
No, did I?
Traveling.
All right.
Well, when you're traveling.
Yeah, I got the traveling. I got the fact that somehow traveling is a science, and then there's art on the billboard, and that's fine.
No, the art is your decision. Your freedom. Your freedom to say, you know what, that science that we laid down on that piece of paper before we left, honey.
Oh yeah, we're going to get here in X number of hours.
I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to see this large ball of string and get that humongous cheeseburger that they just advertised.
That's called a vacation. I don't.
Yes, yes. The art of vacations. The art of living.
There we go.
The art of living.
That's never happened.
That was nap time.
I don't ever take any of these detours.
Never?
Oh, hey, I've always wanted to go there. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, you should do
I
it.
say never. It's not something I...
You should do it.
Usually when I'm on the road, I have a purpose. So...
Well, I was with Alex.
I am going from A to B.
When Alex was little, we went on this little road trip, and we were up in the Chattanooga area, and I had never seen Ruby Falls before, but we saw the sign. I said, let's go there. We hadn't planned to go there.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
And there's a place in there where you walk through a trail in the mountains. There's one place called Fat Man's Squeeze, and it warns you that if you're too rotund, you better not go through there because you might get stuck. And it's two large, gigantic pieces of rock.
Wow.
I was so proud I got through it, but I was worried. I was like,
oh, gee.
What if I don't?
Yeah.
What if I don't? And I have to call for help. I didn't even have a cell phone at that time.
Yeah, that was way before cell phones.
Wouldn't have gotten signal anyway.
Right.
Yeah, the boulders.
I would have been stuck, Alex. I know you're only 8 years old. You gotta get up.
Just don't fall off the mountain trying to find somebody.
All right, on the other side of the break.
Yes.
Adults recall their childhood punishments for being naughty, not nice. So we'll do everything on the other side. Everything, including the blood report.
Nice.
All right, we'll be right back with Galen Unold on LifeSouth.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be warm today with times of clouds and sun. Watch out for an afternoon shower, though. The high 78 to 82. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 65 to 69. For tomorrow and Wednesday, clouds and sunny breaks and unseasonably warm with a shower or two along the coast each day. High tomorrow 80 to 84 and the high Wednesday 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
If you've waited to the last minute for your green and growing holiday decor, then you're in luck, because Bob Wine's Camellia Garden still has a great selection of practically everything, and it's half price. All poinsettias half price, with prices starting at just $1.99. Also, they've got Christmas cactus, hanging baskets, poinsettia trees half price. Other great deals too, including indoor foliage starting at $3.99. Regular $60 citrus trees just $39.99. Azaleas for only $3.99, and Bob's famous heirloom camellias starting at $14.99. Bob's own pine straw as low as $4.50 if you buy 10 bales. Special store hours this week till 5 through Wednesday, closing at 2 on Christmas Eve. See you there for the best last-minute shopping, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, every Christmas since 1952.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Mary Sue, the Director of Clinical Services, and my staff and I will be ensuring that all the needs of our guests and residents are met.
I'm Janet, the Director of Guest Services, and I will be fluffing pillows for our new guests staying with us over the holidays.
And I'm Jan Marino, also from Palm Garden, and I hope each of you have a blessed Christmas as we celebrate the Savior's birth.
Merry Christmas from Palm Garden!
Hi, this is Doug Smith for WOCA 1370. Have a happy and safe Christmas and buckle up and drive safely. Please don't drive drinking.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Kind of a fun week. You know what I want to do, Galen, on Friday? On Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Here on the radio?
Yeah.
I'm going to do, because I always play music on Christmas morning, Christmas music, right? I think what I want to do is the top 100 Christmas. I'm going to do like a Casey Kasem kind of a thing.
Top 100 Christmas songs of all time.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
You know, the question is are you going to do it by artist or are you going to just do it by song?
By song. Or by record, I guess.
All right.
The best-selling
Yeah,
record,
that'll be good.
MP3, whatever. Yeah.
Music. Okay. I'll bet you it's the same song, by a lot of different artists. You think?
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I don't know.
I'll tune in if you do that.
I'll
will have that on.
I'm sure in today's world I could just Google that and find it. There might be more than one list that contradict them, but I'll put something
Or you
together.
put your own list together, Larry.
But see, my pet peeve with the radio stations that are doing music all the time, Christmas music all the time, right now, is they are not telling you who's singing, what the song is. It's like, oh, come on, what is the name of it? Who is that singer right there? It sounds like Manilow to me. Whatever.
Exactly, and you're right.
I believe it's all on a computer.
That's what I think too. They just went in there, did a few liners, and walked down.
Exactly.
But anyway, so I have a story I want to tell.
Rather be personal.
Galen, Robin.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta write you a note.
Okay, I was getting hot chocolate, and I had to use the restroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
just like Hillary. All right, so I want to tell Doug. I want to tell Galen a story about a young man.
Okay.
All right. So we Robin and I were playing here at the mall on, was it yesterday?
Yes,
yesterday. We were playing here at the mall yesterday. Okay.
And Friday.
But I think this story was yesterday.
Okay.
And there was a young man.
And Saturday.
And the young man was told by his parents that it would only be an hour he'd have to wait.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this young man was really looking at his clock, and he knew that an hour had passed.
Mm-hmm.
So the young man walked up to the mall. To the wall next to the door here at WLCA.
Yes.
And started pushing on it with all his might. I don't know if he was mad because the hour had passed.
Yep.
I don't know if he was trying to push them all down with his superhuman strength.
Yep, so his people could leave or be forced to leave. Can't stay here anymore.
But just at that moment, the security guard came out. And I didn't know this because the security guard was standing behind us, you see. And what he came out to say was, well, it's about time I see you guys. Where have you been?
Yeah, right.
But the young man thought, oh my God, I'm in trouble. The security guard caught me trying to push them all down.
Yeah.
I just thought I would share that story with you.
Yeah, that's right.
That is great.
That was funny.
Nothing's impossible when you have the right attitude.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and 5 minutes. I'm pushing this mall down.
That's right. We're supposed to leave. We got to get out of here.
I'm just using my superhuman strength. I'm pushing this wall down.
I'm not waiting.
Love it.
All right.
That was
We'll definitely put you in the naughty list.
Exactly.
If you push them all down, you would be on the naughty list.
Yeah,
That's right.
Can you imagine?
That's right.
That's good stuff.
All right. So how's the blood supply? Let's do the business part of this deal here.
It's a big week for us. Yeah, we need to collect as much as we can. Not a good weekend, that's for sure. I had a great day at the movie theater, but that was about it. So just get out there and find a Bloodmobile and give the gift of life. We're going to be all over. Everywhere you shop, you'll probably see the Bloodmobile. So take 30 minutes and step in there and save a life this Christmas.
Give a gift to a stranger. Yeah, absolutely. That's a cool idea. Yeah, it's Christmas season. Yeah. Give a gift. It costs you nothing. Gives you an excuse to take a break.
It costs you nothing, and you can re-gift our T-shirt.
That's right.
There you
can
go.
Re-gift the T-shirt.
Re-gift what you give you. Hey, that's nothing wrong with that.
It's an important message that Galen delivers each weekday morning, and the folks who make that message delivery possible is Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. So let's thank them both. Penn Flooring provides quality customer service, beautiful flooring. They've been in business for more than a quarter of a century. They have a showroom for you to check out their samples at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge. And Palm Garden, of course, one of the nicest facilities in our community. If you ever need any skilled nursing, long-term care, short-term care, rehab, respite, I hope I didn't say something wrong, but they do it, and they can answer your questions, and they give tours. This is a beautiful time of the year to take a tour, by the way. You can see how the activities department over at Palm Garden keeps them active and make sure that they are all participating. We even participated in one of their activities recently.
Yep, we have. It's wonderful.
Thank Palm Garden.
What's cool about the tours at Palm Garden is it's really a good mix between art and science.
I don't think I quite made myself clear with what I was trying to say before. Okay.
Not at all, but that's okay.
All right, here we go. Ready? These are some adults who recall their childhood punishments. Once I was forced to hug every tree in the backyard because I told my mom I hated yard work. We had over 30 trees. I want you to hug every tree out there, young man.
I've hugged a tree before. Yeah, that's fine.
Hug every tree. We had a chicken in the backyard, and I was terrified of the chicken. So my mom said, my mom said I was bad. I had to go out and feed a tortilla to the chicken.
Oh.
The chicken chased me, and I kept dropping pieces of tortilla so it would stop and eat the tortilla. What a punishment.
That's horrible.
Young man, you get outside and feed tortillas to that chicken.
That is horrible.
I'm scared of chickens. I really am. Like
that's why you eat them.
We were in some country, and there were chickens just running around, and I'm like, I don't like this at all. They seriously remind me of like a dinosaur or a velociraptor or something. I do not like chickens.
Well, if you want to get over your fear, my brother has a big chicken coop that he built himself. They're enclosed in a fence, and we can go in there, and you can go in the coop. And if you want to get over your fear.
45 years old. I don't need to get over the fear.
Oh, that's horrible. That's got to give you nightmares, Galen. That's awful.
No, it doesn't.
Do you eat chicken?
I don't mess with them.
I mean, do you grill chicken?
I love chicken. Do you eat them? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best kind of chicken, the dead one. I just don't like them running around. I don't live off the land. My food is processed.
That's right.
Here's another one. When we were bad, my parents would make us eat fruitcake.
Oh.
If we were especially bad, they would thaw the fruitcake out. I guess it was frozen the rest of the year.
Wow, that's got to be a great compliment. Yeah, your Aunt Sue bought another fruitcake. Punishment is set for the rest of the year.
Here's one. One year, it was 3 days before Christmas, and I slammed the door because I was mad. My mother told me, okay, you're going to have to stand here, young man, and slam this door for 10 minutes. So I cried and slammed, and I cried and I slammed, and I cried and I slammed.
You got it easy.
You're not getting anything, young man, unless you slam this door for 10 minutes.
I never did anything to my kids. I just talked with them, and we came to an understanding. And this is funny stuff.
Well, that's because your kids were smart. I wasn't smart enough to be talked to. If I could get away with just the talking to, I'd be in jail.
My father told me to go clean my room. It was 4 days before Christmas, so I went into my room and I pushed everything under my bed. When my dad came in to check, he looked under the bed and he saw everything. He pulled it all out, removed the box spring, and he said, now do it right.
Good for him.
No box spring.
My brother did that one time. He was told to clean his room and he shoved everything under his bed, and that did not sit well with my folks.
What is really wrong with that idea, though? That is really not a bad...
It's wrong until you get caught, Larry. I mean,
Yeah, but it's your stuff. You know where it all is. Where's your basketball? Under the bed?
It's a fine line. You got to teach your kids not to be dirtbags. That's about it.
One time my parents got fed up with my sister and me fighting over the TV, so they changed the audio to Spanish and hid the remote.
That's maniacal. First of all, you can't change the channel. I mean, that's not cool.
I don't know what they mean. They changed the audio to Spanish.
Well, there's a SAP button on your TV. You can do your audio insert later. It's a technology thing.
Must be a newer, younger, young adult.
Not when we were kids.
It's been around about 10 years.
Okay, so this guy is what? Let's see. If he was 10 then, he's 20 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. When I was little, I was terrified of dogs. But I got a toy robot dog for my birthday from an aunt. So when I got in trouble, my mom would sit me down at the table, scold me, and turn on the robot dog.
Oh.
That's great stuff.
Barking at him.
Very clever. That's knowing your child. And just prepare to deal with that in rehab later.
That's right. Or growling.
Let's see. My mom once told me she would call the cops if I didn't stop misbehaving. So I snuck some snacks before dinner time, and I hid in my room for hours. I was scared the cops were coming to arrest me. Okay, so no, nothing. She was
That's a fragile young man.
just scared.
Yeah, that's
snacks before dinner.
I've been driven to the police station and we sat in the parking lot before.
Oh, really?
Oh, my.
Yeah.
You were a hellion, Galen.
You're going in there right now, young man. You're going to be in jail for 10 years.
You were a hellion.
Oh, no. It was, that, this was before they had the show Scared Straight.
Oh,
you were scared straight. My goodness, we're out of time. 20 seconds, Galen. Where's the Bloodmobile?
We are at the Walmart on Bahia Ave today. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said Ave instead of Avenue because
Ave.
we're short of time.
Yeah. Galen's so good. He's a radio guy.
All right. Donate blood. It is a great gift this time of year. It's a great gift any time of year.
Amen to that, Larry.
Thank you, Galen.
Thank you guys for everything.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, all.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A driver plowing into a crowd on the Las Vegas Strip last night, killing 1 and injuring 36. Police Lieutenant Peter Bofelli.
We have our fatal detail here. We have our homicide detail here. We also have our counterterrorism here to ensure that we have covered all aspects of this investigation.
Police say the woman driver in her 20s had a kid in her car. She was arrested at a hotel. President Obama says while ISIS is a threat, we should not let fear disrupt our daily lives.
All you've been hearing about is these guys with masks or black flags who are potentially coming to get you.
The president says Republican candidates are taking advantage of that fear. He says Americans should stay vigilant, but also keep ISIS in perspective. President Obama speaking with NPR News.
Fox Radio's Steve Dowler. New Hampshire officials are taking no chances, closing all schools today after threats toward 2 schools in Nashua. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm in almost every school busing classroom. I go to school with your children. We say the Pledge of Allegiance together. You see me around the neighborhood and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm 1 out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. This problem is closer than you think. My teacher tells me we can grow up to be whatever we want. I want to grow up to be someone who doesn't go to bed hungry. There's enough food in this country to feed everybody. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me, quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Merry Christmas. RL here at Dairy Queen Silver Springs. I'm here to tell you it's time for a quarter-pound chili dog straight off a real grill. It's a foot long. You can try it with cheese, mustard, or onion, or fresh-made slaw. Miss Sandra makes the best slaw around. They even have sauerkraut if you fancy. But my favorite is a grilled dog with chili and slaw. Wowie doggy. So get along to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, but don't forget their Oreo Peppermint Blizzard of the Month. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
So how can watching a scary film make you happier? When the scary, heart-pounding moments end, we get a surge of feel-good chemicals, which can leave us feeling happy long after the movie is over. The study finds we can save 40 cents per gallon on average buying milk at the drugstore. The first step in breaking a hair-pulling habit is to simply be aware of it. because most nervous habits are done unconsciously.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
I wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and may God always bless you.
A very happy Christmas to everyone.
Folks out there all over the world, Kermit and Fozzie here, we would love to wish you all a wonderful holiday season, a very Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody.
That's right.
Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël, in any language. May God bless you and yours with an abundance of blessings this Christmas season and in the brand new year. Merry Christmas.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala!
Come on.
24 minutes before 9 o'clock. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA, this Monday morning. By the way, today is December 21st. Does that ring a bell for anybody? We have two large 58-inch LED, LCD, full HD TV, RCA TVs. They're both going to be given away today. If your name is not in the drawing for this, you can get your name in the drawing right now by calling 732-8000 and leaving a message on the answering machine. If nobody answers, give it about another hour or so. Somebody should be here and they'll be able to answer the phones. Robin and I can't answer the phones because we are going to read the news to you. We call this segment News Bites. And we do that because we read the news short form. We just shorten the news. We don't comment on it. We don't change it. We don't paraphrase it. We just read the first few paragraphs in most cases. The first story is from CNN. A driver veered onto a crowded sidewalk several times on the Las Vegas Strip, injuring more than 30 people in what authorities described as an intentional act. At least one person was killed and 37 others injured near the Paris Las Vegas hotel last night. Witnesses said the woman was driving down Las Vegas Boulevard before her car jumped onto the sidewalk and started striking pedestrians. She allegedly drove the 1996 Oldsmobile sedan onto the sidewalk at different spots and hit more people before barreling down the road. Police arrested the driver and she is undergoing tests for alcohol and controlled substances. A 3-year-old in the car with her was unharmed.
Donald Trump on Sunday said 2016 Democratic presidential frontrunner Hillary Rodham Clinton fabricated claims that the Islamic State is using his comments on the GOP primary stump to recruit militants. Mr. Trump's quote, "There's no such video, she just made it up," unquote. He leads the GOP presidential field in national polls and was responding to comments Mrs. Clinton made at Saturday night's Democratic candidates debate. Fact checkers have blasted Mr. Trump for many of his own claims on the trail, notably his assertion that thousands of Muslims cheered in New Jersey after terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center in Manhattan on September 11th, 2001. They turn out to be wrong also, he told ABC's This Week, offering no new evidence but claiming people don't find his comments so controversial after they think about them, reported by the Washington Times.
And from ABC News, Americans are feared to be among the dead in a suicide bomb attack on a joint U.S. and Afghan patrol outside Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. A spokesman for the Afghan provincial governor says NATO headquarters in Kabul confirmed to ABC News that there had been a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device attack on a joint coalition and Afghan patrol near Bagram, and that there were casualties. They could not confirm at this stage how many casualties resulted from the attack or the nationalities of the troops involved. U.S. officials confirmed that the patrol struck in the attack included a mix of U.S. and Afghan troops.
Iran plans to ship 9 tons of enriched uranium to Russia within days as it seeks to speed the removal of economic sanctions, the head of its nuclear program said Saturday. The reduction of Iran's stockpile of nuclear material is a key part of the agreement the country made in July to end its program to develop nuclear weapons. While Iran is beginning to take steps toward dialing down its nuclear program, the country already has been accused by the United Nations of violating the deal after a missile test and a procurement of titanium alloy, reported by UPI.
From the Associated Press, an 83-year-old North Texas woman has died after police say 3 brothers attacked her outside a neighbor's home. Police were called to a Southeast Irving residence around 4 p.m. Saturday, found Dessie Hancock unconscious on the ground, and transported her to a local hospital. Police say she died around 9 p.m. yesterday. They say there was no apparent reason for the attack, during which Hancock was punched, kicked, and stomped. The Dallas Morning News reported Saturday that 18-year-old Thomas Perkins, 19-year-old Edward Perkins, and 20-year-old Jesse Perkins were charged with aggravated assault. Thomas Perkins has also been charged with interfering with public duties. Police said then that the brothers' charges could change if Hancock were to die. The men are in custody. It was not immediately clear if they have attorneys who could comment on their behalf.
How long is your salamander? Not a question one hears every day, but the Prague Zoo says it likely has the longest Chinese giant salamander now on Earth. The critically endangered animal is the largest amphibian on the planet. In a statement yesterday, the zoo says Carlo, a Chinese giant salamander it received 19 months ago from the State Museum of Natural History in Karlsruhe, Germany, is likely the biggest representative of its species. The zoo says, according to the latest measurements done Friday, that Carlo is 5 feet 2 3/16 inches long. Carlo's age is estimated to be 37 to 38 years old. His weight is 77 pounds. The largest salamander on record was 5 feet 11 inches long. The zoo says its worldwide check didn't reveal any longer living salamander, reported by the Associated Press.
And from Forbes magazine, frontrunner Donald Trump's outspokenness and controversial positions could spook financial markets even if he does not become president. The chief of one of the world's biggest and independent financial advisory organizations tells Forbes Trump has been touring TV studios and appears to be utterly unmoved by the storm of criticism and outrage. In fact, he seems to be thriving on it, said Nigel Green, CEO and founder of DeVere Group. This suggests we could expect more of this kind of rhetoric from the billionaire would-be president between now and July when the candidate is announced. As a result, Green predicted that Trump's rhetoric could be a major cause of volatility in the financial market.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie accused Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton of trying to happy talk her way to the presidency for her suggestion in Saturday night's debate that the United States is finally where we need to be in the fight against ISIS. Her quote, "With dead bodies in Paris, dead bodies in San Bernardino, and no plan from this administration to deal with it, we're finally where we need to be?" A question, unquote, that Christie rhetorically asked asked ABC News' George Stephanopoulos in an interview on This Week yesterday morning. His quote continues, Mrs. Clinton is Mrs. Happy Talk. She just wants to happy talk her way to the presidency. She is a personification of this administration. Are you going to believe me or your lying eye or her lying eyes? Reported by ABC.
From the Washington Free Beacon, Chinese developers this month tested a rail car-based launching system for a missile capable of hitting targets in the United States, a development that could make the system even more deadly, according to Potomac Foundation defense expert Philip Carber. If that missile train hosts the DF-41 intercontinental ballistic missile, it means it will also have an MIRV potential. Carber, whose organization recently identified one of the missiles at a special launch site in Taiwan, I'm probably saying that right, Taiwan, told the Washington Free Beacon the combination of high-speed mobility, launch cars disguised as civilian passenger trains, tunnel protection, and secure reloading of missiles, coupled with multiple warheads, makes the system extremely hard to regulate or verify the number of systems. We'll take a little break, catch up on the weather, and listen to a few commercial announcements and return with more news bites. This is WOCA, The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be warm today with times of clouds and sun. Watch out for an afternoon shower, though. The high 78 to 82. Mostly cloudy tonight, though 65 to 69. For tomorrow and Wednesday, clouds and sunny breaks and unseasonably warm with a shower or two along the coast each day. High tomorrow 80 to 84 and the high Wednesday 82 to 86. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Where am I going to hide the presents so my family can't see what I got them for Christmas? Hey, I know. Neighborhood Storage has units for only $20 till the end of the year. Yep, Elf Storage. With 20 locations, Neighborhood Storage is easy to find and use and only $20. Elf Storage. I mean, Neighborhood Storage. So when you rent the unit before the end of the year and mention WOCA, get a free t-shirt. Neighborhood Storage. I like it. New customers and additional units only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
So how can watching a scary film make you happier? When the scary, heart-pounding moments end, we get a surge of feel-good chemicals, which can leave us feeling happy long after the movie is over. The study finds we can save 40 cents per gallon on average buying milk at the drugstore. The first step in breaking a hair-pulling habit is to simply be aware of it, because most nervous habits are done unconsciously.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Your weekends are getting a little retooled.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. We are LifeSouth. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
We are LifeSouth.
12 minutes before 9 o'clock. Let's return to News Bites. The next story is from the MSNBC. 2 more staffers working for Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders have been suspended in the wake of the revelation that the campaign had improperly accessed and downloaded voter data belonging to Hillary Clinton's campaign. The Sanders campaign communications director, Michael Briggs, confirmed to NBC News yesterday that 2 more staffers were suspended for involvement in the breach, which was made public on Friday. Briggs declined to name the staffers, who he said were suspended Saturday after logs regarding the breach were handed over to the campaign by the Democratic National Committee. He said the 2 were not fired because we were still assessing the situation, in quotes. Sanders' National Data Directory, Josh Oretsky, on the other hand, was promptly fired on Friday for his involvement in the snooping incident.
The United States' most polluted nuclear weapons production site is now its newest national park. Thousands of people are expected next year to tour the Hanford Nuclear Reservation, home of the world's first full-size nuclear reactor, near Richland, about 200 miles east of Seattle in south-central Washington. They won't be allowed anywhere near the nation's largest collection of toxic radioactive waste. At Hanford, the main attractions will be the B reactor, the world's first full-sized reactor, along with the ghost towns of Hanford and White Bluffs, which were evacuated by the government to make room for the Manhattan Project, reported by the Las Vegas Sun.
And from MSNBC, House Speaker Paul Ryan is dismissing conservative criticism of the $1.1 trillion spending bill that Congress passed on Friday, saying that Republican leaders fought for as much as we could get in the compromised legislation. We advanced our priorities and principles, not every single one of them, but many of them, and then we're going to pick up next year and pick up where we left off and keep going for more. He made that statement to NBC's Chuck Todd in an interview on Meet the Press. The deal, which keeps government agencies funded through next fall, cuts taxes and lifts the ban on crude oil exports, receiving the votes of 150 Republicans in the House, a level of support seldom seen by Ryan's predecessor, John Boehner.
An Afghan official is making a plea to the president via Facebook. Mohammed Jan Rasolyar wrote the message to Ashraf Ghani on the social network to say 90 soldiers had been killed in the past 2 days in Helmand. He warned the president that the province could fall to the Taliban. Mr. Ghani's entourage was not telling him the reality of the situation, he added. Facebook is not a good source to deliver the message, he admitted, but Helmand will collapse to the enemies, and it's not like Kunduz, where we could launch an operation from the airport to retake it. That is just impossible and a dream, reported by the BBC.
And from the Washington Times, Senator Bernie Sanders on Sunday called Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump a theological liar. Maybe that should be pathological liar.
Oh.
A pathological liar. Who is using minority groups as a scapegoat for America's problems. I didn't read it wrong. It does say theological, but I'm guessing it's wrong. Anyway, using a minority groups as a scapegoat for America's problems, Mr. Sanders, Vermont independent vying for the 2016 Democratic nomination, said Mr. Trump is blaming Muslims and Mexicans for economic problems that are caused by income inequality and greed on Wall Street, the types of things that Mr. Sanders talks about in his own campaign.
In probably one of the oddest items to come to the world of coin collecting, Dallas-based Heritage Auctions has announced that the sale of a Roosevelt dime that was accidentally struck onto a zinc nail. The dime/nail is estimated to be worth roughly around $10,000. This error coin, coming to the auction in January in Tampa, Florida, is one of the more bizarre errors to come to public attention. It is not the first coin printed onto a nail. A few pennies in the late 1970s were struck onto nails. This dime/nail is undated, so there is no way to tell when the item was created. Weinberg said it is possible the dime/nail was made on purpose by a rogue mint employee. The auction for the dime/nail will be January 6th as part of a larger heritage auction. Electronic bidding for the coin has already started. The current price is $3,200, reported by the Associated Press.
And from the Christian Science Monitor, a Boy Scout leader was attacked by a bear at Split Rock Reservoir in New Jersey yesterday afternoon while trying to show 3 of his scouts inside a cave. After the bear grabbed Christopher Petronino, who is 50 years old, by the foot, the scout leader hit the bear twice with a rock hammer before pulling his sweatshirt over his head and curling into a fetal position on the floor of the cave. Petrononi then yelled to the scouts to go get help. Unsure about their precise location in the woods, the scouts remembered their training and decided to help Petronino themselves. First, the scouts made a trail of food to coax the bear out of the cave. When their food efforts failed, the scouts remembered their training and built a fire to smoke the bear out of its cave. The smoke eventually lured the bear out while helping rescue teams locate the scene. Fortunately, the scouts had enough presence of mind that they were actually able, besides calling us on their cell phone, they were actually able to build a signal fire to aid the ground and aerial units. That statement from Rockaway Township Police Chief Martin McParland. Along with the smoke, a dog that came along with the group began barking and sent the bear running up a nearby hill.
Ivory Snow is a 37-year-old preoperative transgender woman who says she is a victim of sexual orientation discrimination after being denied employment at the Catwalk Strip Club on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood, California. Snow, whose former name was Roy Cartwright, says she was a woman the day she was born, but her male body was incorrectly assigned. She has been taking hormone treatments and has altered her appearance to correct the problem, but says the cost for surgery to finish the process is prohibitive. Snow says working as a stripper would pay better than her current job as a forklift operator. Tom Ozark, the owner of the Catwalk Strip Club, says, "We hire only women, end of story." Snow says that is grounds for a lawsuit. No word on any dollar amount being sought, reported by the Huffington Post.
From CNN, this is a new story. It looks like it's breaking right now. 5 people are dead following a small plane crash in Bakersfield, California. The aircraft is in a debris field in an almond orchard, so it's going to take a lot of footwork to conduct the investigation. A statement from Sergeant Mark King and the Kern County Sheriff's Office. We do not expect to have positive identification of the passengers until today, later on today. The Federal Aviation Administration said the National Transportation Safety Board arrived at the scene of the crash yesterday morning to begin an investigation into the cause of the accident.
China's tourism authority named and shamed another 5 tourists for bad behavior. It says it is working with airlines on a possible flying ban. Those added to the list of uncivilized behavior by tourists include 2 women and a man who brawled after one woman's seat was bumped during boarding of a flight from Cambodia to the western city of Chengdu. The 3 were forcibly removed from the plane under captain's orders. The flight was delayed for 1 hour. Another man was listed after he was arrested in Japan for assaulting a convenience store clerk whom he accused of disrespecting his wife. The last was a woman who attacked her tour guide with hot tea after learning the price of her son's ticket to a Western China scenic site was not included in the package. Their names and a description of their alleged misbehavior were entered onto the administration's list. They will remain there for 1 to 3 years, reported by the Associated Press.
And from CNN, 6 months after its unmanned spacecraft exploded shortly after liftoff, SpaceX is once again taking to the sky. Elon Musk's space exploration company is set to launch a spacecraft today just after 8:30 this evening at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station here in Florida. It could mark a comeback for the Tesla CEO and his team at SpaceX. They've carried out more than 20 successful unmanned space missions since 2006, but SpaceX launches have been on hiatus since June. That's when its resupply mission to the International Space Station ended in a fiery eruption and the loss of 2 tons of NASA cargo. Musk later said a weak strut in its Falcon 9 rocket caused the failure. The same model of rocket will be used today, according to the report.
A medical document shows that Adolf Hitler only had 1 testicle, German media said on Saturday, suggesting that there is some truth after all to a popular British song that says the dictator had only got 1 ball. There has long been speculation that Hitler was missing 1 testicle, with rumors circulating that he lost the other one during the Battle of the Somme in the First World War. A medical record from the time when Hitler was put in prison after the failed Munich beer hall push in 1923 shows he suffered from right-side cryptorchidism, a condition where a testicle fails to descend into the scrotum. The doctor's notes were thought to have been missing for years, but reappeared at an auction in 2010, at which point they were seized by authorities. The experienced medical officer immediately recognized the condition. Top-selling newspaper Bild quoted historian Peter Fleischmann, who has studied the record, reported from Berlin by Reuters. That's news.
From CBS News, for a brief moment this summer, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush led the 2016 Republican field. Now he's sitting solidly in 5th place, but he says he's much happier there. He says, "I hated that." Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson, in an interview that aired yesterday, "You hated being a front runner?" he asked. "I feel much better back here," Bush said. "I've always thought that there was going to be a high expectation for me, and I totally get it," he explained. "Being the front runner made me feel like the other guy is just dancing right through this. I have to go earn it. I have higher expectations on me than people have on me, so it doesn't bother me a bit that the expectations are high, and I want to win, which means that you garner momentum when it matters, and so I feel good about where we are right now." Obviously, a typo. So I feel good, I would imagine, is what it's supposed to say.
The mayor of an Indiana town has been reelected by one vote after an election panel threw out a ballot. Jasper held a recount this week after the November election between Republican Mayor Terry Seitz and Democratic rival Wayne Shooter ended in a tie. On Friday, a local election panel determined one ballot cast for Shooter was invalid. City Attorney Renee Kiebrick said the absentee ballot was tossed out because it lacked a signature. This close race underscores the fact that every vote counts, reported by the Associated Press.
And in the interest of time, I will paraphrase one story. This is from the Star Banner. A Toys for Tots campaign had all the toys stolen. It was a story in the Star Banner. Real quickly, they had toys that were going to deliver bicycles. A 20-inch screen Dell desktop computer with information about who would get the toys was also stolen. If you want to help, call Reverend Gilbert Lubin at 426-9349. Robert, how many stories today?
26.
We'll take a little break and be right back with Bern Pareso. You're listening to WOCA Ocala. This is The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. One person dead, 36 injured in Las Vegas after a woman with a child in her car drove up onto a curb on the Vegas Strip. Police Lieutenant Dan McGrath.
Based on the evidence and information from our fatal investigators, at this point, we are treating this as an intentional act.
The woman's in custody, her blood being tested. Police say the assault was probably not an act of terrorism. Travelers arriving in Paris one day late after their Air France flight from Mauritius was diverted to Kenya when a suspected bomb was found in one of the plane's bathrooms.
Some passengers saying they thought they were going to die and everyone was panicking. Air France's CEO saying the device was a fake, rigged with cardboard, sheets of paper and a household timer.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen, one passenger arrested when the plane landed. It's the fourth hoax against Air France in recent weeks. Fox News, we report, you decide.
And now, a touching moment while staying in touch with Geico.
Just the other night, as I gazed up into the sky, I saw a shooting star. In that moment, I made a wish that Geico would be available 24/7 by phone or with the Geico app. After that, I realized my wish had already come true. So basically, I had just wasted a perfectly good wish. Then I started to think about dolphins and felt better right away.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic.
Andro 400 Max, the best all-natural testosterone booster. Gain energy, lose belly fat. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
So, you're looking for that absolutely perfect, one-of-a-kind, out-of-this-world. There's no way anyone would ever top this gift. Well, good luck with that. Unless you come to Ocala Aviation and give the gift of flight. a pilot's license. Do you remember what you got 10 years ago? Or 5? Or even last year? Well, this is a gift that literally lasts a lifetime, and the one they will never forget. So don't waste time searching the internet for just an okay gift. Come to Ocala Aviation for an amazing gift. Call 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Or come by the Ocala Airport anytime to pick up the perfect gift. And from all of us here at Ocala Aviation, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay, guys, the clock is ticking down, and there's only a few shopping days left. And let's face it, we all know that there's only one true gift that never fails: jewelry. The place to go? J&J Jewelers in the Jasmine Plaza on 200. Silver is the new gold, and J&J Jewelers has a new line of heirloom quality silver from the collection of Thistle & Bee. And as the exclusive Thistle & Bee dealer, you won't find these pieces anywhere else nearby. Beautifully crafted pieces that can be passed down for generations. And they've made it a little easier on us guys too, because whatever collection she likes, there's a perfectly matched piece, so we don't have to